Hello everyone, Busy Gamer Dad back again, going to be playing some more session gameplay series here on the Busy Gamer Dad channel after our run through the gauntlet of Steam Next Fest demos. This week we're taking a look at a game that I got as a gift actually from an old friend of mine from Destiny 2 days, Destiny 1 days. Yeah, I played Destiny. I played it religiously. But we're not here to talk about Destiny or my friend. We're here to actually talk about Risk of Rain 2, because Risk of Rain is getting we'll say a remaster. It's going to be released sometime in November, or at least early access is going to be in November. Hopefully the game comes out in 2023. I see on the Steam page that it's going to be released in 2023, but there is no published date. I'll have the link for that in the YouTube description should you guys want to wishlist it or just keep an eye on it for yourselves. But Risk of Rain 2 is a lot of fun. I've been having a lot of fun with it. I will tell you right now, I am awful at it because there's a steep learning curve. So for the uninitiated, I would call Risk of Rain a third-person FPS, or third-person shooter, not FPS because that's first-person shooter, a third-person shooter looter with a lot of roguelike elements and roguelite elements sprinkled in there with all the artifacts you can get and the builds you can get going, as well as the different characters you can pick. And you'll have to try, die, and then try again, knowing more about the environment, knowing more about where the treasure comes from, knowing more about the monsters, knowing more about your survivors, what they're called in the game, we'll say universe here. And I'm not sure why they're called survivors. I haven't really figured that out yet. Apart from that, every run lasts about maybe 40 minutes or so, and that's me having a little bit of embellishment on how well I do. But there is multiplayer on the game. There's a lot of lore, and there's a logbook here that talks about where or what items you've unlocked, what environments you've seen, bosses you've seen, all these different things. And it's actually a really in-depth game by comparison to other ones in the genre. And I think that's why there's such a good fan base for it. And you can see my run history here that I have not ever beaten this game. So I just wanted to show you that it's actually a pretty fun game, even regardless. I'm having some fun. As you can see, I've been playing it for, sporadic times, trying to get better at it, trying to find out when the right time was to record it or is to record it. So right now we're going to load into a game and we're going to have a little bit of fun. Like I said, I don't have that many characters unlocked. You have a slew of different characters and they all play very differently. I cannot stress that enough. You are not locked into a specific mode of play with any of these characters. Your default one, the commando, is kind of your jack of all trades. They are your best one to learn the game, as it were. You have also the Huntress. This one is kind of like the Training Wheels one. It has they have the auto aim feature. They have a blink, which allows them to teleport a short distance, and then they have a glaive that bounces between enemies without too much aiming. There's other dramatic differences as well with different characters, like the bandit and the railgunner are, they give good overviews. They're high skill cap, backstabby kind of characters, whereas the railgunner, combos really well and can get their DPS really going if they can get those combos, and you can manage to work around their cooldowns and things like that. It's a lot of fun to try different builds on different characters. The challenge with that, however, is that if you're uninitiated to a character's loadout, you're going to have a lot of bad runs, and that's okay. That's the whole point of this game. That's the whole idea behind this game. I got frustrated at first because I wasn't feeling like I was progressing or learning, but then all of a sudden I had this, epiphany kind of moment where it's not about the winning of the game so much as learning the game's mechanics to do better in the next runs. And that's the heart of what a roguelike is and a roguelite is. So we've done about a 5-minute intro, and I'm sorry if that was a little bit long-winded, but I do recommend this game for anyone who's looking for a challenge, anyone who's looking for something that is vetted and something that's like almost, I don't want to say a cult classic, because there's a lot of people that play this game. The last thing I'll mention before we load into the game is each one of these survivors has their own loadouts that you can unlock. There is, again, a slew of unlockables, and you can go through a run and target getting those things unlocked and progressing the character in a different way, totally different playstyle, because a lot of these do fundamentally change how you play the game. Now, this is going to seem silly, but what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to go on. So they have the tags for these as akin to what a storm would be. So you have drizzle, you have rainstorm, and then you have monsoon. Rainstorm, it says right there, is the way the game's meant to be played. They have drizzle, which is, you know, your learning curve, your difficulty scale, and everything like that. And then they have, you know, those who are really experienced with the game. They know how to handle it and know how to do things. There's also, you can edit the artifacts that you get and augment your playstyle as well. That also filters into unlocking certain things and unlocking characters as well. And the game isn't shy about telling you how to unlock those characters. And we'll go over that in the next video. But for now, I want to get into the gameplay. I'm going to leave it on drizzle. I'm going to leave everything as the default. And we're going to jump into a match. So I am playing on controller. You can play mouse and keyboard if you so choose to. That's up to you and your ideas on how you want to play the game. So the commando, like I said, he is a kind of run and gun shooter kind of guy. Every character has fundamentally the same ideas for their mechanics, and I simply say that as the same ideas. So the one limiting factor with the commando is you have to be able to aim your shots. With the Huntress, you actually don't have to worry about that because she auto attacks and will hit the target no matter where it is on the map. Now, the challenge with that is they also have to be within range. So when I say within range, there is a certain, we'll say, bubble that she is able to pretty much auto attack from, and that's it. Then after that bubble, or outside of that bubble, she can't hit anything. So whereas the commando excels, they can shoot from across the map if you so want to do that. There's an alternate fire, that blue orb that I shot out, which passes through enemies. I think I want this one. Now you'll see that I'm going to start picking up all these relics, and that's intentional because in your first run, not even your first run, first 50 runs, there are so many different relics, so many different artifacts. There are so many different things. Oh, I don't want to fight you. We'll let that go off, and then we'll shoot him. Now, my R ability, don't be shy about using your abilities. Also, don't be shy about, taking a little bit of damage to avoid a lot of damage in this game. So I'm going around the back here. There are, I don't want to say fixed loot spots, but there are common loot spots for where certain things come into the game. And when I say certain things, like there are drones, I should take out these guys. There are drones that you can pick up that are helper little buddies that are really cool to get. There's gunner drones, healer drones, equipment drones, and things like that. There are all these little loot nodes, those barrels that give us the currency. You cannot unlock or open any chest without the currency. The currency does not, and there might be a perk or something like that that I have yet to unlock, but the currency does not transfer between levels. So our goal every level is to not take damage and not die. But our goal every level is to find a teleporter and teleport to the next level. After that, you reset and start again. You're running through the levels, getting all these artifacts as best you can. The ones that will try and flesh out your run, and the ones that will help you progress. And then you're trying to also get run items that, like, you can choose to not pick up a relic or an artifact, and that is perfectly okay. You don't have to pick up everything. And that in of itself is a challenge because you think to yourself, like, why would they give me something that would break my game? They will. They will give you something that will destroy your game. Like something that cuts your life in half. Something that changes the way your character fundamentally works. This is the altar right here. We're going to jump into it, and actually, I don't like doing it this early. I like trying getting at least 2 more chests or 2 more drones before I end up activating the altar. But if you see in the top right hand corner, where we actually have a meter that is ticking up, and that meter ticking up is the we'll say difficulty meter, and that difficulty meter is always going to go up, and that does transition between levels. Oh, that just blasted me out. What that means is you have to be... Oh, I need to get out of that acid. That means you need to be always moving out of each level as fast as you possibly can, because that changes how each level will be played. And I mean that in the most strictest sense of the difficulty will ramp, and it is unforgiving. And that's the roguelike element of the game. So I cleared all the enemies out, and now it's spawning another wave in. Oh, I missed. So you want to make sure that you are progressing. Every level essentially is on a timer. After you defeat the boss, you get a bonus, and we're just waiting for this to fill up now. You see that it has a timer on it. It's basically just like a hold the node kind of situation. And you can still die here. You can absolutely still die here. The trash mobs will kill you. So you want to make sure that you're actually working at all times to get through the level. And then at the end of the level, you press the button to interact with the teleporter again. You get a little bit more experience, and it takes you out. I can't stress this enough. You can still die at any point before you teleport out of a level. Any point. This game doesn't hold your hand. This game doesn't apologize. It's meant to be a challenge. So you need to still constantly move and keep your head on a swivel as you are until you teleport out. But the cool thing about this game is at any point, if you want to, you can pause it and you can take a break. You can take a breather. You can try and reset yourself. You can try and work to get... Oh, where am I getting? Oh, right over here. You can try and work to get some different ideas on how you want to handle things. Oh, so the more expensive the chests are, and this is something, if you know more about this game, please correct anything that I'm saying. But the more expensive the chest, traditionally I've found, is the more... what's the word I'm looking for? More rare the loot is, the better the loot is. So that one was 78, and I couldn't open it because I didn't have the money yet. But the one that was, there are different levels of loot, I guess is what I will say. So I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna have to try and remember where that one was while I'm searching for the teleporter. You want to continuously be moving, like I said, towards the goal of finding the teleporter. And then once the teleporter is found, working to get it up and operational. This is a gunner turret. I'm going to actually hang out here. I'm going to fight these guys. There. Where those guys go? Oh, got shot in the butt. There. Okay, we're going to get them. Finish them all. Hi, friend. How you doing? All right, we'll get this up. So this will help me shoot. But as you notice, it also has life. So they can break it. The enemies will actually try and break that. There is fall damage in this game. You can die from fall damage. Ask me how I know. So be careful on the levels on which you try and jump and drop. You can mitigate that by doing a dash. Your dash breaks the fall gravity. But you want to make sure that you are also aware that certain falls are just going to kill you. So I wanted to get more sprint there, just because there is a lot of synergy between builds. And the cool thing about this is you can make a build snowball crazy and just have so many damage numbers flying around the screen if you wanted to. I don't have enough. I need 2 more bucks. Come on. Oh, there we go. Yeah, these guys are my least favorite because of those little orb things that they drop out. Alright, there's a healer drone. Now I'm still looking for the teleporter. No, don't blow up on me! So there is a... Oh, I'm stuck there. There is a level of platforming in the game as well, and verticality to the game. You do want to be looking for those high points to help yourself. If you're not, you're going to have a bad time. That's really what it comes down to. Let me get this guy over here. Is our teleporter over here? No, but there is a barrel of money down here. So I'll hop and break that there, and I'll come back at it around from this side. Now, the level density or monster density in the game does increase with the meter on the right. So you can stick at a level for a little longer on the easier node or easier drizzle level. And I'm not ashamed to admit that I need it. This game, if you're learning the game, I highly recommend that you go in on the drizzle setting, because it's meant to be that training wheel that you need. Now, if you have your level of pride as a gamer that you want to try and, you know, punish yourself in a sense, then go ahead. Go into the game with go into the game as normal. Go into the game as the not downpour, but the other one, and enjoy it. It's not inaccessible, but there is definitely no level of training that can prepare you for the amount of stuff that's going to fly at you. And until you learn the various mechanics of the game and various monsters and various item synergies, you're not going to have a grasp of how to manage a build, how not to get hit in the butt every time. I don't know what was just hitting me. All right, I'm trying to find where this teleporter is now. I have no clue. And that's, I think, one of the things that really excites me about this game is making sure that you know what items to get for your champion, or for your I saw that. Where was it? Right here? Yeah, I picked it up. Okay, good. For your survivor, and also make sure you know where to move to get the various items and upgrades. I have no clue where this teleporter is. And make sure you know where to place your shots and what enemies are the most deadly by far, because there are enemies that are deadlier than others. So we'll get this one here. Got the ninja star one. This one's back at the start. I've gotten the ninja star one and I really like it. It throws ninja stars out, and I mean, who doesn't want to be a ninja? Let's get a little high ground up here. Let's see if we can find out where it is. Not over there. It's not over there. Where be you? There's the ninja stars getting thrown out. I honestly don't know where this teleporter's at. Oh, maybe it's down over here. There's our break. No, we were over here. Maybe it's out this way. Whoop. Get them. Get them. It might be back up there. So let's take a walk around. Get ourselves out over here. So the levels themselves are random, and they're not procedurally generated. When I say they're random, I'm simply talking about that the levels that you get in a run are different every time. They're not what's the word I'm looking for? Fixed. So you can have a different, oh, see, there's fall damage. You can have a different run at a different time in any of your playthroughs. Simply meaning that, like this one, I have the marshlands one. The next time I play this in the next videos, I might not see the marshlands. I might see a completely different one. Alright, so you have to be aware of where the nodes are for each one, and know the general layout of each level. And I say general. Is it over here? No, I don't see it. Wow, this is a sneaky teleporter. Where could it have possibly be hidden away? So this is the misgivings that I have with the game, where it's like I am quite literally at a loss and I'm running around trying to... Sure, I'll donate to the altar. I don't know what that does. A blue orb appears. Ow, ow. I don't know what the blue orb does. What did I get? I don't know. If you know what that does, please let me know. So there's that. Will you stop hitting me from behind? Who is hitting me? Or maybe that's the healer. Maybe it's the heal bot hitting me from behind. Okay. So I went down over there. I am just not seeing it. So I think we're pretty clear that it's not on this side of the map. So So we'll break our fall there. Maybe. Well, so might as well offer this one. So searing pain, and we got money. That doesn't help us at all. I missed all my ninja stars throwing there. Alright, so we're not sure if it's over here. You know what? I'm going to go back to the start. Let's see if we can find it back at the start. It might be over here. Because we kind of looked everywhere else. Ow. I think that's it over there. No, I don't want to do that. So 3D printers in this game, shout out to 3D printers. If you know what they are, they're pretty dang awesome. You can use to give them a item, and it will... Oh, we were standing right next to it way early on in this run. Oh my gosh. Wow. You can sacrifice an item to get an item for the 3D printers. So let's get ourselves in here as quick as we can. Activate the altar. Let's see what kind of enemy we're going to fight. Oh, more Beetle Queen. Gotcha. So you don't want to just tunnel vision on the boss because the mini guys will swarm you. You want to do some spread out damage to both and handle them as best you can. You know, sprinkling damage around. Because if you're not doing that, you're going to have a bad time. If you're not standing in the ring, you're also not building up the teleporter timer. So you need to be standing in this red ring. Otherwise, you're going to miss out on, we'll say, accumulation of the energy needed. I think we got it. Good. Okay, good. Oh no! Many dudes. Many dudes. All right. There. Cool. So, you know, we actually have pretty decent damage right now, which is not anything to shake a stick at. Then we're pretty okay in all reality. There is also lore from the enemies that they drop. They're dropped tomes, essentially. And if you don't pick them up, you don't get the lore. If you are, we'll say, really looking to understand what the game is and what the enemies do and why you're here, that's really where you need to work to get. We're at 92%. 94. You stop shooting me. And then we're going to get out of here. Nice. Awesome. Good stuff. So, blue portal. There we are. Cool. Alright, so now... Oh, I hate this one. I am not a fan. I am not a fan because I just don't like how this level plays. There, I got that guy. There's just a lot of debris, and these guys are my nemesis. These guys just jump and are really annoying to deal with. But that's just my own take on it. You might have your own nemesis of an enemy. Let's see, what is this? Replace your unique skill with Shadow Fade. Alright, I don't know what Shadow Fade does. Oh, turns me invisible. Okay, well, we found the altar really early in this one. That's great. Oh, so these are we'll say the meta lore of the game. These guys right here are something that appear later on in the game. They're like corrupted, in a sense, is all I can say. I'm not even sure if I'm saying that right. Like if they might be some type of trapped evil doer or something like that that we're, you know, setting free or fighting against. I don't know. But they're jerks, is all I can simply say. They will ruin your day. They will ruin your run. They just appear, and their job is to get in melee range and just destroy you. I haven't unlocked, and I'm sure there is, a champion that is a melee-based champion, someone who gets into the real thick of things, and he might have a better time dealing with them. I do not. It doesn't look like there's anything here. There are explosive terrain mechanics in the game as well. So you want to make sure you're mindful of those. They do a fair bit of damage, actually. Topaz. Topaz reduces damage, right? Yep. Get a barrier on kill. So that's going to be super helpful for later levels when we start getting swarmed. Now I'm going to keep looking for stuff because we know where the teleporter is. I want to try... Oh, there's another 3-point thing up there. So let's get ourselves up there. This one looks like to be bugged out or something. Not a big deal. I'll take the free kill. I ain't afraid of it. I ain't ashamed of it. Let's see some mushrooms there. I don't want the key. I want... Let's get the mushrooms. Yep. So the mushrooms are good for when you're playing with friends, and there is a 4-player multiplayer for this game. If you have the ability to get 4 friends together who want to play this game and want to have some fun. I've played a little bit with some of my friends, but if you have any doubts about the, we'll say, the ability to stay friends afterwards, maybe don't, because certain, and this is maybe something that is something you can alter with mods or something like that, but there's only one artifact out of a chest for any one friend, so it's not shared loot, or rather it is shared loot. You do not get your own loot from a chest. If somebody opens the chest, anyone can run over and grab it. So there's some pluses and minuses for it. Make sure you're aware of it, is all I'll simply say. Alright, so let's see what we got. Alright, so the shadow fade looks like it just turns me invisible, which is good. It gives me a chance to get away from bad guys. And that guy just ran into the wall. Alright, let's get ourselves over here. Oh, they just spawned in. There. 89, what's in here? Oh, bleed effect, nice. That'll help with these guys. Alright. I don't want to do that, I wanted to do... Alright, now I'm just gonna get out of here. I don't want to keep fighting those guys. Get this. Could get more bombs on people. That's okay with me. Whoa, that was close. Alright, let's get ourselves out of here. Nice. Okay, cool. They're still charging at me? They are. Well, I'll let them have their angry moments. Let's get ourselves out of here. There's a chest right here. Did this just appear? No, okay, good. I already got that one. I was gonna say. So, you'll notice that there's nodes that got locked off. That's intentional. Because it doesn't want you powering up while you're fighting the boss. This is all that I can do right now, because that is a lot of robots. There's a lot of robots. Let's keep the DPS on the boss. Let's keep fighting this. Let's get the aerial guys down. I'm gonna go invisible here real quick. Oh, I should have waited. There, okay, we'll stun him. There, okay, keep up the DPS. There. Go invisible real quick. He's lobbing little orbs of death on the ground. We'll shoot him, stun him, get a little bit more damage on him. Oh, he dodged me. He's an 80-foot floating urn of oil, and he dodged the ball of lightning that I shot at him. All shenanigans. So the cool thing about this is actually at the end of it, you see those nodes over there? Those are nodes that I have not gone to. So you can, if you want to risk it, after your teleporter is full, you can go out there and get the nodes of things. Totally up to you. It's worth it. Move faster out of combat? Okay, cool. It's worth it, but it's also not worth it, because remember the timer in the top corner is accumulation of everything. So you're going to want to make sure that you're weighing those pros and cons. And you may not even have the money to get everything. But we certainly do from this stuff. Stop it. Stop it. Prioritizes usable once per stage. And then what are you? I don't know what that was. Personal shield regenerator. Okay. Permanently reduce armor on hit. That's a pretty awesome power-up. to reduce their armor on hit permanently. That's huge. Yeah, that just makes them all the more squishy. Get away from me, evil eye person. Cool. All right, so this was Risk of Rain. I'm gonna continue on with this run. This is a session gameplay series here on the Busy Gamer Dad channel, where we take a look at a game over the course of 3 episodes, see if it's something that suits your fancy. And we just unlocked a character. That's pretty awesome. I'll probably play them in the next episode. So we'll hope to catch you there. If you're interested in this game, I will have a link and a description for it in the YouTube description for you guys to pick up. We'll catch you later. Bye.